Let's go. Let's get this thing. All righty. We talking about getting out of debt. Again, I apologize. Rent Real Estate, he's not with you tonight. He sent me instead. He's a little bit, he's still, I think he still got that COVID thing going on. And he's still struggling with the whole technology thing. So, like I said, I tried to get him say, hey, man, do you have a mouse? And when I said that, he jumped like, what? We having mouse up? No, that's not kind of mouse we talking about, brother. So he's not up on the technology yet, but I'm gonna be training him. So we're gonna get there sooner or later. But today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to talk to you about how to get out of debt. This is week one on how to get out of debt. If you are in debt today, we got a remedy for you, baby. And we need to talk to you about your debt. As usual, I need everybody to stay muted during the calls. You guys are welcome to participate in the chat. Ask questions in there. I'll get to you when I get to the end. But have a little conversation among yourself, and then always give me feedback at the end of the day. I need to see how well I'm doing. So the agenda for today is as follows. I'm going to define what debt is. Some of y'all don't know what debt is. You got a lot of it, but you still don't even know what it is. I want to talk to you. I got to throw the word in there, baby. We got to see what the word says about our debt. And then there's different types of debt. There's good debt and there's bad debt. We're going to talk about both of them, baby. And then let's have a little strategy session about how do we get out of debt, Mr. Ray? We done got ourselves in this mess. How do we get out of it? So let's talk about the definition of debt. What is debt, Mr. Ray? Well, debt is money that's owed by one party, the borrower, or the debtor is what we call him sometimes, that owes money to a second party called the lender or the creditor, all right? The definition of interest. Now, whenever the creditor loans you, the debtor, some money, somebody said he tacked on a little interest. Well, what is interest then? Well, interest is the cost that the lender is going to charge you on that money. Oh, yes, he is. He gonna get a little interest out of you, baby. The only question is, how much are you willing to pay? Let's talk about that. But I got to start with the word of God. The Bible says that literally you should owe no man nothing but to love him. That's it, baby. That's the only thing you owe your brothers and your sisters is to love them. Owe no man nothing, anything, but to love. But we got to talk about that. Do you really mean that, Paul? Paul, you writing to the Romans, I can't have no debt. Well, if you read it on the surface, that's what he's saying. We're going to talk about that. John says, whom the Son has set free is free indeed. That means you don't owe nothing, baby. He paid it all to you. He didn't charge you. Your debt has been wiped free. You have no debt when it comes to the kingdom, baby. It's all free, baby. He paid it with his blood, and it was just for you and for me. All you got to do is accept him. The Bible says, whosoever calls on his name, you're going to be saved. Free of charge, baby. Now, let's talk about Americans and the current situation that's going on in America with debt. Now, somebody said that 73% are in debt at the time of their death. That means when they die, they leaving a whole bunch of debt. 73%. 57% have less than $1,000 in the savings account. Come on, somebody. You ain't even got $1,000. 50% of y'all? Come on now. The average savings, and this is somebody that's just about to retire, the average savings that the retired person has is $16,000. You can't even, that's poverty, baby. What do we got going on here, Mr. Ray? There's something wrong here. And look at this. Only 39% can afford a $1,000 emergency. That means if something popped up, cost $1,000, only 39% can come up with it. That's a shame. Oh, yes, it is. And what COVID has taught me and a lot of other folks, you better have some reserves, baby. You better have some reserves. Also, look at the type of debt that we got, though. We got credit card debt. We got mortgages out the gazoo. We got car loans and we got student loans. We got all this debt, baby. We're bound and we're drowning in debt. Oh, we got to do better, baby. We got to do better. We got to talk about how can we do better. Oh, Mr. Ray, you done come up with the Rayism on them. When you know better, baby, I'm gonna need you to do better. And one of the things you won't be able to plead ignorance after tonight. Because when I get done with you, I'm gonna tell you all about it. And so once you know, you got to do better, baby. Don't be worried. Well, Mr. Ray didn't tell us. Oh, yes, he did. He told you, baby. You may not want to hear it and you may not listen, but he told you, he gave you the straight word, baby. If you know better, you got to do better. So let's talk about some general recommendations about budget percentages. So if you have a budget, let's talk about in generalities what the percentages ought to look like. First of all, your housing shouldn't be more than 25 or 30% of your gross income coming in, okay? I'm gonna need you to keep that around. That means if it's if you got $100 coming in, I'm only gonna need you paying $25 to $30 on that. All right, that's all we're saying. Whatever's coming in, I need you to say, okay, Mr. Ray, I'm only gonna stay around that. But this is just recommendation, baby. This recommendation. Your food should be anywhere between 10 to 20. Some of y'all need to cut some of that back. That's why you got too much going on in the good area. You need to cut that back, baby, to about 10%. I know, Mr. Ray, you're going to get in trouble. I'm just saying, baby, I'm keeping it real. Transportation, those fine cars you got, all the Lexuses and the Benzos and all that, you need to keep that down to 15, 20%, baby. Don't be out there flossing all out of control. That's what's wrong with you now. You're out here flossing, you're out of control, baby. I'm gonna need you to make sure you get them tied. Now, if Reverend was here, Reverend would tell you this is the first place you start right here, baby. This is the basis, this is the foundation. You gotta give it to the Lord, baby, first before you give it to anybody else. You got some insurance needs, then you got personal, yes. You gotta have some utilities. I understand that. You get sick, you go to the hospital, it should be down in that area, baby. But I like to say 10% on savings. All right. This is just general, but your debt, I'm gonna need you to keep that down there on the low end, baby, because that's where we're getting in problems at, because we got too much debt. But we need to make a distinction. We need to delineate between the good debt and the bad debt. So let's talk about the bad debt first. The bad debt is them credit cards you got, right? Most of y'all got them credit cards and they charging anywhere from 5%, up to 45 and sometimes more than that. When you paying that much interest, remember I told you that's the cost that they're going to charge you, right? The creditor say, I'm going to loan you this money, Mr. Ray, but I'm going to need to get some interest on that. But they killing us with credit card debt. Then they give you these teaser rates. Oh, come in. You can come in for 0%. And then after a year, we're going to jack that stuff up, baby. No, don't fall for that, baby. It's a setup because they know that you're not going to pay it all off. So that big balance gonna roll over, you're gonna be trying to pay, it's only $40, $50 a month. If you pay $40, $50 a month, you'll be paying that for the rest of your life. And then we gotta talk about the student loan. You say, well, Mr. Ray, I got to get an education, don't I? Don't I gotta be educated? Yeah, you do, but you gotta keep stuff. You know, the average of student debt in this country is $50,000. That's average. Most of them got 100, 200,000 or more because they can't afford. We cannot afford to pay cash to go to school. We understand that, but this is not good debt, folks. The distinction between good debt and bad debt. Good debt pays you money. Bad debt don't pay you. Now I'm gonna show you here what good debt look like. But we got to keep on going. Oh, these payday loans. Oh Lord, have mercy. These guys are killing you out here. Well, I had to go get, because I didn't have no other way to get money. All right, you're gonna borrow $50 and it's gonna cost you $100. They're gonna charge you 50% on that money on them payday loans. It's crazy, baby. But they doing it all day. Car loans. Oh, I gotta have a car, Mr. Ray, don't I? Yeah, but it's gonna cost you. It's bad debt, baby. It's bad debt. Personal loans. Oh, you want a loan from Mr. Ray? Oh, I'll loan you some money, baby. Oh yeah, come talk to me. But it ain't good debt. Oh yes, and you gotta pay me now. We don't play around, man. I love them numbers, baby. But so don't mess with me. If you're gonna get a loan from me, you better make sure you pay. I will come get you. I'll come talk to you, baby. And then you got them hard money loans out there. Oh yeah, them sharks, baby. Ooh, the loan shark. If you don't pay these guys back, yeah, it's going to be bad. So that's all bad debt, and we're loaded up with this stuff. Oh man, and you know what? This debt it's a fixed debt because you got to pay it every month. It ain't like, well, I get to skip it. No, ain't no skipping, baby. Because when you have this kind of debt, you got that car loan. Guess what? Miss a note, baby. They're gonna come get that bad boy. Right? If you in credit card, all this, they're gonna be harassing you. They're gonna be sending you all these collection debt letters. They're gonna be wearing you out, baby. This is bad debt. I'm gonna need y'all to stay away. But we got to talk about the good debt. Mr. Ray, is there anything good about that? Oh yeah, there's some good debt out there. Oh yeah, when you get a home loan, that's good debt because it's an asset that's going to appreciate, and you're going to be able to, as you pay that down, you'll be able to build equity that you'll be able to borrow from line of credit, and it's tax deductible in most cases. Good debt, baby. Anytime you get a home loan, I'm okay with that because you know I love them homes, baby. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, no, I don't love them homes. I love them numbers. But I love them home notes. I love when banks give me 80%. Oh, yeah, they'll give me 80% all day. And let's say you're going to start a small business. That's okay debt too. I'm okay with that. So here we have it, baby. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There's the bad debt and the good debt. You want to stay with the good debt. So I'm gonna pause right here for a minute, just see if we got any questions. I know I covered a lot of ground and I got a lot more to cover, but I want to pause and see, are there any questions? All right. Rocking and rolling, baby. There's a scripture over in the Old Testament, Hosea, and he says that my people perish for a lack of knowledge. That's so true, ain't it? We don't know what we don't know. And therefore, we need somebody to share with us the right way on how to handle our debt. Let's talk about how we're going to change this, Mr. Ray. How we get out of this debt? What do we do? Well, first thing, I got to get your mindset changed, right? You got this thing. Are you out there trying to keep up with the Joneses? You trying to have the latest, greatest this? Your closet is running over. You got you're doing too much. I got to get you in the saving mindset. I got to get you in the servant mindset. I got to get you in being accountable for how you spending your money. And first thing, you got to make a change. I got to get you to decide, Mr. Ray, I'm hearing what you're saying today. I need to make a change. So I'm going to need you to make a change in what you're doing. And then once I help you formulate the plan, I'm going to need you to commit to it, right? There got to be some accountability there. You just can't make a plan like you did the first of the year. You're going to do all this stuff first, and then you in 2 weeks in, you still doing it? You still on that diet? Oh, you still, I understand. You got to commit, baby. I got to get you to commit. And then when you just got to do it, stop talking about it, complaining about it. I wish I was out of debt. I wish I didn't have. Do something about it, baby. Michael Jordan said, just do it, baby. Just do it. And then keep doing what you're doing. Once you do the right thing, Repeat, baby. Put it on repeat and keep doing it. The Bible says that as a man thinketh, so he is. So I got to get you to think differently, baby, because you will be who you think you are when you do what you're supposed to do. Oh, I think I said something right there. But come on now, Mr. Ray, you got another Rayism? Oh, come on. You don't have a money problem. You got a knowledge problem. Remember I said, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Here's a strategy for getting out of debt. Now we're getting down, and we're going to talk about how we get out of debt, Mr. Ray. I hear what you're saying. I'm going to agree. I'm one of those people. You know, I'm one of those. I ain't got $1,000, baby. Something happened. I ain't got it. All right. Well, first of all, I got to get you on a budget. You say, what's a budget? That's the problem right there. You don't know what a budget. You don't even know how much money coming in. You don't know how much going out. You just spending, ain't got no idea. I got to get you on a budget, baby. So I'm going to show you how to do a budget. Not tonight. It's part of the 5-week session, baby, but I'm going to show you. We got to cut some things out of it. You got a little fat on that budget, baby. I'm going to need you to cut some of that extraneous stuff out, that stuff that's not needed. I mean, unnecessary. You're eating out every night. You never cook at home, huh? What? You got to have all at the mall, all at Amazon. You're doing too much. I got to get you to cut that spending, baby. And you got to start paying off this debt. I'm going to show you, we call it the debt buster, baby. I'm going to show you how to bust them debts one at a time, starting with the right one. You got to have a plan, baby. Remember, I told you, change that mindset. And then once you start paying those debts off, you got to start saving some money. You got to have a saving plan. You ought to be saving 10% at least of your money. And then you got to have that emergency fund. That way, if something happens, remember I told you about all them people that ain't even have $1,000 if emergency come up. You don't want to be that. You want to always have at least 3 months emergency fund sitting over there somewhere ready to go, baby. Then we got to work on your credit score. Got to get that credit score up so when you want to buy your house, when you're ready to get into real estate investment, Mr. Ray always wants you to do the buy and hold. You got to have a good credit score. Banks ain't going to give you your money, baby. If you're down there 300-400 on your credit score, that is not going to make it, baby. They're going to walk you right out of the bank. Yeah. Oh, yes, they will. Proverbs says that the rich rule over the poor and the borrower, oh, help me somebody, the borrower is a slave. Come on now, a servant to the lender. These people got you hooked up on the shackles, baby. You making that every month. Every time your check come in, it's all going out to debt. That ain't not a good thing. You are now a slave. Oh, Mr. Ray, I thought they freed the slaves. I did too, but you voluntarily went right back into slavery. Come on now, talk to me, Mr. Ray. All right, well, there's 2 types of people we got to talk about. There's 2 types of people. What I need to know is which one are you today? Are you a slave, or are you indebted to the creditor, or are you a steward? Bible says it is appointed a steward that they be found faithful. And so, are you a steward? Or are you a good servant of what God has given you? Let's talk about it. Let's do a comparison to see, are you a slave or are you a steward? So a slave is bound up in debt. Come on, somebody. Oh, got too much debt. But a steward is debt free and only has that good debt, baby. Come on, talk to me, somebody. A slave, he lives from paycheck to paycheck, right? He just barely makes it. But a steward, a servant, he has enough to pay his bills. Come on, somebody, and got something left over for his savings. Oh, a slave, he don't tithe. Oh, he don't believe in tithe. He ain't got enough money to tithe. But a steward gives tithes and offering. That means he going over and above, baby. He's a good steward. A slave, I talk about that budget. He don't deal with no budget, baby. Just spend. I got the debit card. I'm just run it up, baby. He don't care. No budget. But look at the steward. He has a budget and he sticks to it. A slave, He's got no savings for emergency. He is one accident, one emergency away from being wiped out. Oh, but look at the steward. He has plenty saved for emergency. He's made sure that he's got that 3 months of savings set apart. The slave is stressed out. He's anxious. He's always he's up. He can't even sleep at night because he's worried about how he gonna pay these bills. Oh, but look at the steward. He's relaxed, baby. He's over there sitting in the cut, sleeping like a baby. Why? He's just enjoying the journey because he did it the right way. But a slave, he's got no plan. The steward executes his plan to perfection. A slave, he only pays the minimum balance on his credit card. But a steward, he pays his credit card balance off every month, baby. A slave, he's unfaithful in a few things. Come on, somebody. But the steward, he's faithful over much. That old slave, he's trying to keep up. Oh, he's trying to keep up with the Joneses. Oh, but look at the steward. He's trying to be more like Jesus. Come on, somebody. Oh, that slave, he spends it as fast as he gets it. He can't even get it in fast enough. But the steward, he spends his money wisely, thoughtfully, and tactfully. Oh, I got to end this thing right here. A slave, he can barely sleep. He's worrying about all his bills. But a steward, oh, come on, somebody. He can sleep like a baby and not have a care in the world because he knows he's doing it the right way. Oh, somebody say amen today that I'm going to be a good steward and a servant of the Lord, and I'm getting out of this slavery. And I got the class scheduled for you right here that's going to help you get there. So today we talked about what is debt and how to get around this thing, right? So I told you what that is. Next week, I'm going to teach you how to set a budget. And then after that, I'm going to help you improve your credit score. And then we're going to do the debt reduction, baby. We're going to get you out of debt. And then we're going to talk about why it's good to be debt free. Oh, come on, somebody. We're opening it up now. Let's see your faces, everybody. Come on, let's ask the questions. Let's talk about what we got going on in the house tonight. How's everybody doing? Come on, let me see your face. Let's ask those questions. What questions y'all got for me?